Good morning, day, whatever it is. This thing is super cold. It is super cold here in Nebraska. 6 degrees. I've run the glow plugs twice. Will it start? It ran yesterday. And we put in diesel fuel treatment. Wow, it started. And now I guess it will warm up, and now we will grease those two hard to reach grease zerks. The tracks might be frozen to the ground, so everything might warm up and we can move this thing. The arm stick boom and left and right, but the actual tracks very well possibly could be frozen and frozen to the ground. So we'll see what we got today. I've got the semi-truck plugged in, but I don't think the electrical outlet is working, and I brought the battery charger. So will we be able to get the excavator moving, finish the job here, and haul it home? Because tomorrow it's going to be negative for the next 5 days. Turn your heaters on. Oh, here we go. There we go, seat heater. Feels good already. Let's go ahead and crank that to infinity. Well, unfortunately, I have to go to the bank and pay some bills. And I have to pay some other bills. So I'm going to run out and do business. It's 10 o'clock. I got the machine free, unfrozen. Everything else is frozen around here, including my bucket. So here's my plan. Let me know what you guys think. You see how much frozen dirt, mud is frozen to the bucket? I am going to, with my elbows, sink this in the water. Just like so. What is the temperature of the water underneath ice? I'm assuming it's below 32 degrees. Will that thaw the bucket if we let it sit there for an hour? Stay tuned and we will find out. Okay, we are running low on daylight, and it is now snowing and blowing. Had this truck plugged in. I don't think we're gonna get it loaded up and out of here home, but I would like to see if I can get it started to recirculate the diesel fluid with the additive so that if I do need the truck in the next 5 days when it's negative, we can run it. So it has been plugged in for a couple hours. I've got the charger on it. Right now, I'm just not very hopeful that it is actually going to start, but we're going to try it. I think we will leave the battery charger on for an hour, and let's go see if we can get my excavator started. It is 7 degrees, and if you remember right, we left the bucket in the water right over there. Oh, look, it's a deer in the forest. Bucket's in the water, now it's probably frozen solid. Not frozen solid. We'll see if we can roll out and get the rest of that frozen dirt out, and then just do a little digging, and then maybe bring the excavator over here so that we can plug it in. That is my plan. Let's charge the batteries. All right, I feel kind of bad in the last couple of videos. I haven't given you a good representation of what I'm doing out here, besides freezing my hands off. Let me get a glove on. Okay, what we are doing right here. Essentially, we have a pond over there with water, and a pond with not much water there. A culvert right underneath me right here. The goal was to clear off all the trees on the island, dig this down. This was about 2 feet deep. Now it's about 6 to 8 feet deep. Take the trees out over there, the inlet, and then carve the island with a nice gentle slope. And then I dug a deep hole right over here that we will sink some trees, dead trees that I tore out over there. We'll sink them there for a fishing spot. This was my road, and I took this road out to get from the island over to there and it's difficult to move the dirt twice with the excavator without a haul truck or a dump truck, but that's what I was able to do since it's just me over here. So what I'm gonna do is make a nice edge over there and throw that dirt over there, come back this spring and manage the dirt now that everything's freezing. So essentially we want water to be all the way from there, all the way over to here, and that was the goal, I think. That's what I did anyway. So we'll finish up today. Don't know if I'll completely get done. I did freeze the stick into the ice, so we'll see how that works out. We're letting the machine warm up. Was able to start. That thing starts great without being plugged in. Great machine. Let's go turn the heater on and sit in there for a while. It's alive. Let's see what this... See what it looks like here, if that was able to thaw out or not. Nice little sheet of ice on it. That doesn't look like we will get cleaned out very well. Maybe I'll go stab it on a tree to get the rest of that mud and dirt out. Well, it was worth a shot. Well, the snowstorm has really set in, and I think I'm going to try to quit for the night, try to find my pickup. We'll see if the semi-truck starts. I think I'm going to park this excavator here. I've got plenty of fuel left. Are you the kind of person that runs it on E, below E, or do you get nervous at a quarter tank? I've been in a lot of situations. Juice that baby up. Actually, why don't we go to start? There we go. Wait. Start on start. Hopefully it has enough juice. Sorry for shaky camera syndrome if I'm rocking and rolling like this. I don't have a gimbal. What are the chances? Shocked face. It started again. Wait, you guys. Oh. You guys get so nervous. Just relax. Have confidence. Have faith. All right, this might be it for tonight. I'm just glad this truck started. Now the fuel can circulate in and around the engine with the treatment. That's a little frosty. Yeah, it's cool, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we can move snow or play in the snow. It is going to be cold. I need to make it home. Oh, found my pickup. It is over there in the trees. Almost home. Yes, it is blizzardy, windy, classic Nebraska snowstorm. But I got a call from a neighbor, good friend. He went in the ditch and he's stuck. So, excuse me. I'm very familiar and used to getting people unstuck and pulling them out. So I've got a chain to the back of the pickup. I was going to stop at the farm and get the tractor, and we still might need the tractor. We'll see how bad it is. Actually, I don't want to get this pickup stuck. We'll see what we got here. I think I found him up ahead there. Somewhere off in the distance. All right, what do we got here? Looks like one in the ditch, and another Good Samaritan showed up before I did. I will help run logistics. All right, truck unstuck. Team effort, worked well. Good night. Happy Thursday, happy baby Friday. We will see you tomorrow, Friday. 2 degrees. What do you think the temperature will be tomorrow? Excuse me. Have a good night. Stay safe, everyone. Yes. Good morning, Cooper and Baxter. Hey, what is this? New collar, old collar? You guys want to see the Blizzard? I have the, good morning, Cale Carlson, Lead Farms. I have the Kubota 4060 limited edition. I don't know what that means. I bought this from a neighbor, and he had it all loaded up. I don't know if I would order a machine this loaded up, but I'm glad I have it. I have a snow shovel on front and a snow scooper on back. You guys would like to be let out, wouldn't you? And what about Maverick? Also got enough equipment in here to keep warm and dry. Hello, Maverick. Good morning. Would you like to play in the snow? I'm going to take that as a yes. Check the oil. I think I have plenty of fuel. We will open this door and get to work. Actually, I should probably make sure it starts. I don't know, does this thing have glow plugs? Super! We will be scooping snow today and maybe getting pedestrians unstuck. Welcome to the winter wonderland that is Nebraska. Didn't take the dogs long to head back in. Oh, baby. Had a good amount of snow. There, you got a path, little buddy. Turns out it is a war zone out there. Glad to go into battle with this Kubota with a cab. Couldn't imagine doing this with a cabless tractor. Actually, I can imagine doing this in a cabless tractor. It would be brutal. I understand also why ducks fly south to the winter. Hey, Maverick, do you like it here? I'll refill your food. Do you want some dog food? Ducks eat dog food, if you did not know. All right. On to the battlefield. Have the pickup outside and probably get the bigger tractor, bigger box scraper. Everything you move now just comes back in an hour. So kind of a lost cause. We'll just do the bare minimum to keep things open enough in case there is an emergency and I get the call. Should have dumped this snow outside. Maybe. That'll be good for snowballs. I'm kind of curious. There's no need to start this JLG, but it's been sitting here for a couple weeks. No fuel additive, not plugged in. I'm just curious if it would start being -5 degrees out. Oh, let's see what we got here. If we turn the key on, we will probably have, yes, glow plugs. What is the over under? If I'm a betting man, this is not gonna start. This is just bad for every possible diesel. Let's plug it in. You guys want to see my shocked face? Let's put diesel fuel treatment. Ah! This baby fired up. Yo. You guys have to love it, all you other YouTubers out there, when you record a segment of driving through snow barely, getting to the farm, and realize you didn't record anything. Oh boy. Have you guys ever seen a sundog? Or what do you call these in your neck of the woods? Essentially, it's the sun and a big circle ring. Man alive, you can't be in the elements without gloves with exposed skin very well. Negative 13. That's pretty cold. The cows are doing great. They have unthawed water. That doesn't make sense. They have thawed water. They have unfrozen water. So they got water, and they have food, and a little bit of bedding. So they are super good. And the birds are doing great. Apparently the birds also have access to water. So you're welcome, little robin. And we've got grain spilled over there from a couple weeks ago. So birds are fed and watered. So are the cows. Livestock look good. They do really good, amazingly, in this weather. Dogs are good. Cats are great. I'm going to climb into a tractor and maybe start moving this snow. It's supposed to blow 40 mile an hour all day, so it's an uphill battle to remove anything. It just blows right back in. Incredibly impressed with this machine. Yesterday, for a cold start, no fuel treatment, I did fill it up with #1 fuel and treatment, and I didn't get it plugged in. I don't know if this has a block heater on it, but I decided I might want to use this machine with an enclosed heated cab to rescue people, possibly, and put the front blade on. It's a little bit colder today. We might glow plug it twice. It started yesterday. It might start today. We'll see. Oof. It needs to be plugged in. But the shell is frozen shut. I don't know if I can get in there. We'll try one more time. This is the coldest of the cold starts. It almost fired. How are we doing on battery power? Ooh. Not too much. We're gonna have to open up this shell anyway. We'll get it plugged in. Whew. Burr chili. Where would be the block heater in this humdinger? I am not quite sure why I do this every year, but I've decided to put on the blade, I think, on one of the big tractors, but I might put it on the back of the loader. Now I need 3 hydraulic ports, maybe even 4. I have 2 open ones on the loader. The third one, well, so the blade goes left, right, and then left, right, and then it has this kind of angle. That would be the 3 ports, and actually I need 4 ports to run the third top link back and forth. That's ideal, and that's what those bigger tractors have. The loader has 2 ports already used for the actual loader bucket function. So I think I'm going to take the 8R340 out with the box scraper and clear enough snow, and then maybe use the loader to finish clearing snow to get to the blade that's buried in a drift. I did this a couple years ago, back when it snowed in Nebraska. Now it snowed hard and heavy again. We're not used to it. We were lulled to sleep by winter drought conditions. Now we're getting slammed with snow. I've decided on the blade, and I've got to dig it out. Sometimes we just do things the hard way on this farm, unfortunately. But it'll create an opportunity to get out and about. With 40 mile an hour wind, anything I clear right now will just blow right back in. It's not snowing, but it's just blowing snow called a ground blizzard, which can be just as bad and just as dangerous. Good morning. How are you doing, Rosie? Staying warm in the heated shop? Keeping track of all your other little kittens? Hey, guy. Keeping the mice down, right? Thank you. Okay, update. It's still cold. Found the plug-in behind the seat. It's never been used before, and apparently you plug it in right to here. Didn't know that, just learned that. Did a quick internet search. I'm gonna put the battery charger on the charger just to give it some juice. So it's only been plugged in for about an hour. And I put my ground right to here. Does that look like a good ground? It probably needs to be, the manual says it needs to be plugged in for 12 hours. Also, it has a hydraulic fluid heater. I don't know where that's at, but we're doing the block heater. Now we'll just see if it has any amount of pull. The block heater, heat the block. Yep, I believe we're going to want to let it warm up more. Just for safety precaution. Yep, we'll let it heat. Not sure why that's making a noise in the radiator, possibly busting snowdrifts. Maybe bent that shield a little bit. I don't know if this block heater is working or not. I thought it would be a little bit warmer out in the engine compartment. We're going to go ahead and try this again, and I'm not sure why I'm working with this so much. It's not that big a deal to get this thing going. I'm just curious if it'll start in extreme temperatures. It's a test, like anything else I do. Oh yeah, that fired right up. That block heater does work. All right, we will sit and let this machine warm up the hydraulic filter anyway. Good job, JLG. All right, 8210, I just checked and added a little bit of oil. I know this thing will fire right up. It's such a great tractor. Really love the 82 with, that is a loader tractor. Classic. It could have been sitting out in the cold. It would still fire up that well. Now we have to open this door, which I don't really want to. It's gonna be brutal out here. Not even the cats are coming out. They're hiding. Look at this drift. All right, so it's very possible that I'm gonna wanna put a piece of cardboard in the radiator to block some of the cooling to keep this running a little warmer than normal. It's running pretty cold. We'll let it warm up, but we might have to block the radiator. Oh, I found my... Hold on a second. Uh-oh. That'll take a little bit. I found my blade scraper right there in that drift. So not too hard to get to, but my goodness, look at this drift. I had that cleared, well, what was that, last night? So I think we'll just use the loader to scoop and try to get back there to get that 3-point blade attachment. That was not too bad, but I've got a new game plan since I probably can't situate. And sorry guys for running my camera like this. I know that makes some of you seasick if you are on your television. New plan. That is the blade. I think we just take a chain, hook it to the loader bucket, chain it, lift it up, bring it out into the open. So instead of going to the blade, let's bring the blade to us and work with it out in the open. Maybe we could even put it in the shop and work with it in the heat. Let's drive back and get a chain. All right. I think I have it hooked there. Good enough. We will turn into it a bit here. There we go. Popped. Terrible camera angle. Come on, camera dude. Am I getting it? Pretty much. It's got some good torque. There we go. Well, let's just drag it out of here. There, this is how you clear snow with a blade. There we go. That makes sense. Try not to slam it into the loader. There we go. All right, folks. This is why. Yikes! That helicopter action happening. This is why you get your blade when you can, not when you have to. So let that be a lesson, folks, for future farmers of America. I hope I don't get stuck with this whirly-bird action. It's a nice way to add weight to your front end. Oh my goodness. Now we're blading that snowdrift. This is a new way to blade with your loader blade. I like this a lot. We can get this into the shop, then it'll all be warm and thawed out by morning. We can clean the tips of the hydraulic hoses. This will work a lot better. Why didn't I get the JLG to get this out of the snowdrift? I'd like to see what kind of four-wheel steering, four-wheel drive this baby is capable of. I need to get a clicker for all the tractors, including this one, so I can open that door without getting out. How terrible is that? Oh, Kale has to get out in the cold weather.